Hi everyone, I've been looking at my new setup for March, April, maybe May. I tend to only do about 2 or 3 months at the moment with each setup. So I thought I'd do this quick tutorial on how I make the sticker pocket. So in my last, it wasn't my last video, it was the one before last, in the setup, the video for the setup of this particular planner, I showed you the sticker pocket that I've got here, so I'm just going to show you how to make one. So I always make a new one whenever I do a new setup because I like it to match. So I'll just take it out so you can have a good look. I'm going to be all fingers and thumbs now, aren't I, with my nails. I need cutting. Okay, so let's just take everything out of it so that you can actually see. So this is an A6 size and it's got 2 different pockets. This one's a bit bent actually. It's not normally as bent as that. So all you need is a sheet of either A4 or the American size. Is it 8.5 by 11? Is absolutely fine. This was made from a Planner Society bit of paper, so or bit of card, which is the American size, so that's absolutely fine. A4 is good as well. This is what I printed this morning. So this one I've printed the same both sides. So my new setup, which I'll do a video once I've done it, is all going to be very, very pink. I quite like pink, so it's going to be all pink, rose gold. There might be a bit of blue in there as well, like an aqua kind of blue. So I've picked this for the sticker pocket. So you need that. You need a pair of scissors. Bonefolder is useful if you have one. You can just use the edge of scissors as well, though that's absolutely fine. And you need some of this. Now, I don't know what the official name is for this because when I was at school it was always sticky back plastic, but it's like a clear, I need to find the end of it now, there it is. So you peel it off and it's just like a clear plastic. We used to cover our books with it, but that's all you need. I will have to Google it and find out what the actual official name is. So then you need to decide, before you do anything, where you want your pockets. So this particular one, I've done a pocket at the bottom and a pocket at the side. The last one I made, I think I had a pocket on each side, but one was slightly bigger and one was slightly smaller or thinner, which I liked, but I really like how I got on with this one this time round, with the 2 different, so I think I'm going to do that again. Then you'll also need either, well, you need your scissors to do your corner or a corner punch, if you know, if you've got one of those. If you haven't, the scissors is fine. Doesn't have to be really precise anyway, it's just to take a little bit out of there so that once it's in your planner this doesn't get all ripped and it gets a bit wrecked if you don't do the corners there. So let's start. So if you're going to do a pocket at the bottom, then you need to allow more room at the bottom of your page. So imagine this is in the corner here. You need this section here, sorry, let me move it up. You need this section here to fold up, and this section here is going to fold in, and then you're going to fold the whole thing in half. Remember, this is an A6, so for B6 all you need to really know is the width of your page, so you can measure one of your inserts, and then you might have to do some lines. So the first one you would need to do is find your middle. So for a B6 you'd probably measure, I'm really guessing here, I think it's roughly about there though, but you would measure. Then you could do a line for a fold line and then measure again So you're only going to get a tiny pocket this side if you're going to have a side pocket. Same for the other side. I mean, this works well with this sizing because A6 is a lot smaller. But if you were going to do the bottom pocket all the way along, that would be perfect, because you'd have your extra size in there, and then you could just use that piece and fold it up. The standard, obviously, that would be a bit different. You'd need a bigger bit of paper, because this is the size of a standard page. So that one you might have to, because they're thinner pages, you might have to have sides on that folder instead of a well, you wouldn't be able to have a bottom unless you put an extra piece on there. So this, for this tutorial, I'll kind of stick to A6 and B6, but let me know if you want me to, you know, have a look at other sizes, because I can always have a play and see how I can do that and then share another video. So let's get back to this one. So for the A6, you're going to want to use this piece as your pocket that goes over to the side, if you're going to do it like this, and this will be your bottom. Move it back up, sorry, this will be your bottom piece. So I always start by folding the middle, finding the middle, sorry, not folding the middle. So I'm just going to put that there, and I'm going to, my paper looks wonky. It's not, I think it's the pattern. So you can measure if you want to measure. Okay, so that's going to be my, this is where you can use a bone folder, or you can use back of your scissors. Sorry, so you can use, yeah, back of your scissors there. Then we are going to want to find our side. You want to do all your folding first, just so you know where you are for when you come to put it all together. So I could have a wider pocket this time if I wanted to. So I've just folded my first fold back in, and I'm going to use this as a guideline for my next fold. Just make sure that's even there. Okay. Now I'm going to do the bottom fold. You can measure the size of your insert, so you've just got to make sure that this square is roughly the size of an insert. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit bigger. I'm going to want some slack in there anyway. So that's what your folds are going to look like. Okay, so now we need to cut some sections. So we're going to want to get rid of this section here and most of this section here. I am going to leave probably about 1 centimetre of an overlap, like that little overlap there, and that is going to help when we fold this up. That's going to be the bit that bends in and sort of helps support that section. The rest of this can go, so you can either use a paper trimmer or you can cut along this line here. I'm going to do that now, and then I'll show you again. So remember, if you're doing this for B6, you would have moved your line, so you would have had you would have just folded your A4 piece of paper into an A5, and then you would have had your lip. If you were going to have it would be very tiny this side though, but still fold it into A5, and then you would fold from the bottom up to have your pocket going all the way along, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's the bit that we've cut off. So we've just left this bit here. We're now going to take the scissors and just cut in so that this centimetre flap folds in, and then we're going to cut at an angle. You can see that, so that when we fold it in and we fold it up, it tucks in nicely. You don't end up with a bit bunched or sticking out. So at the moment it will look something like this. You will have this side open, which it won't be for long, and you will have this extra flap here. Now I think that's going to be a bit too big for me, that. So I am going to trim a piece off, and this is where I do need my paper trimmer actually. Let's just do it rough for the moment though. Kind of want that much off. Okay, so I'm just going to, I don't have a paper trimmer up here, so I'm just going to do it like that. Then I'm going to I've got a sharper pair of scissors. I'll just take that off. Let's see. Okay, now I am going to have to use a paper trimmer. Excuse me.